Hi guys, so today I'm going to be covering a topic that I absolutely love to discuss, and it is signature scents. Now, I don't know about you guys, but for me, I don't necessarily have a signature scent, nor have I ever really had like a signature fragrance. With that being said, I do kind of become obsessed with like a specific fragrance, and I wear it like all the time, like every day for several months, and then it kind of like morphs into my signature scent discreetly. I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like over the years I have had like several signature scents. And what is a signature scent? Like, what defines a signature scent? For me at least, it needs to be a fragrance that fits all of the different seasons. So it needs to work in summer, autumn, winter, spring. It also needs to be appropriate for different occasions. So whether you're going to work or to school, or you're picking up your kids, or you're going to the park, or you're going for groceries, it needs to kind of fit into every single category. And also, very, very, very important, it has to be long lasting, because what's the point of having a signature fragrance if you have to reapply it all day long? So I have 10 fragrances here that I think would make beautiful signature fragrances. And if you guys are looking for a signature scent, or you want to have a signature scent in 2023, I have some really beautiful recommendations that I can wholeheartedly recommend to you guys. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get into this video. I'm gonna start with a favorite fragrance of mine. It is Musk Therapy from Initio. Now, I've told you guys many times, but this like crept up on me, you know, like I was not really expecting to love this fragrance as much as I do. Mostly because when I think of Initio, and when I think of the house and the brand and the image itself, I think of sexy, dark, sensual, vanilla, very dark and ambery notes. I don't think of a fragrance like this at all. But I started to wear this fragrance kind of just casually when I was going to take my dogs for a walk, or I would go to the grocery store. And I would get so many people asking me what I was wearing, and a lot of people complimenting me. And yes, it may be a little bit narcissistic, but then I started to pay attention to the fragrance, and I was like, I guess it is pretty good. And honestly, guys, I cannot tell you how much, like, I'm just smiling thinking about it, because this fragrance makes me really happy. It smells beautiful, and beautiful in like a really effortless way. This is not obnoxious or loud or too sweet or too fruity or anything. It is just so effortlessly beautiful. So what you're going to get here is a little bit of a freshness in the top. There is this kind of like warm, sweet, fruity sensation, but not too much at all. I think it's cassis in the fragrance, or like a black currant type of scent, but very, very subtle. I mostly get this beautiful, soft citrusiness in the top, mixed with a lot of high quality sandalwood and musks. So it is just gorgeous, very elegant, very smooth, very cool girl, very clean girl aesthetic. It is a beautiful fragrance, you guys, and actually it has become one of my signature fragrances. Over the last few months, I have been wearing this fragrance non-stop. I'm about 3/4 done with my bottle, and I absolutely love it. I also love, you guys, I love layering with Musk Therapy. If I want something more sexy and flirtatious, guys, listen to me right now. Layer Musk Therapy with Passesoir from BDK. The combination, wow, it is killer. If you want something more flirtatious, and if you want something more like smooth, kind of cool girl, mix Musk Therapy with Moonlight in Heaven. They go beautifully together. Those are two layering combinations that you guys need to try if you have them in your collection. I cannot say enough positive things about this fragrance. And another thing that gives it like the 10 out of 10 X factor is the longevity and projection. It lasts a long time on the skin and on the clothes. For me, I get about 8 hours of really good wear with a minimal projection. It's not a beast mode fragrance by any means, but it does last a good 8 hours on the skin. So guys, trust me on this one. If you were looking for more of like a fresh, musky, slightly clean fragrance as a signature, Musk Therapy from Initio. Do not sleep on it. It is absolutely beautiful. It really crept up on me, really surprised me. And if I run out of this bottle, which I probably will do this year, I will 100% purchase a new bottle with my own money. So the next fragrance that I'm going to recommend is no stranger to you guys. It is Gris Dior from Christian Dior. Now this, when I talk about signature scents for myself, this has been my signature scent, more so in around, I would say 2019, Gris Dior was like my signature fragrance. And I would still say I wear it. I wear Musc Therapy much more, to be honest with you guys, but I do love spraying Gris Dior from time to time. This is a beautiful modern chypre fragrance. So what you have in here is some rose, some patchouli, some oak moss. So it does have quite a classic feeling to the scent. Very elegant, very elevated, and very sophisticated, yet modern and fresh at the same time. I love the fact that they made this very polarizing, very classic, old-fashioned chypre DNA, but they brought it to light. They made it very happy and uplifted and very beautiful. It's fizzy, it's fresh, it's sparkling, but yet very sophisticated and elegant at the same time. Gris Dior is a beautiful signature scent for any woman of any age, but I do feel like it fits a woman that has a little more of like a refined taste, or maybe is kind of in her professional era of life. I see Gris Dior working beautifully. Longevity and projection is about 6 hours on my skin. It isn't the best. It isn't the worst, but it isn't the best on my skin. I would say 6 hours with a nice minimal projection. It is beautiful. It's a compliment getter. It's very appealing and it works in any situation and any occasion. I really think that it makes a beautiful signature fragrance for a woman. So next up, we have Parisian Musc from Matiere. Now, guys, I really enjoy this fragrance. I have to be transparent, I don't wear it a lot. There was a time that I was wearing it and I was actually in Paris. I remember when I first got my bottle of Parisian Musc, I was in Paris and I was there for about 2 weeks, and literally every single day I was reaching for Parisian Musc because I just felt it was the vibe. For me, this is a very Parisian chic fragrance. I know the name is Parisian Musc, so maybe it's like a placebo effect, but it really smells chic to me. Like, this is a cool girl fragrance. Parisian Musc is this very beautiful, creamy, milky, sandalwoody, figgy fragrance. Now, fig is definitely a polarizing note, and to be honest with you guys, I really don't like fig fragrances. I don't like Philosopos from Diptyque. I am not a fan of fig, but for some reason, I don't mind it in Parisian Musc. I actually really like it, and I'm not sure if it's because of the notes that it's combined with or just the fragrance in general, but I really think that Aurélien did a fantastic job with this fragrance, and it smells beautifully balanced. You have a little bit of that figginess going on. It's very warm and cocooning. It has this sweet muskiness, a beautiful warm woody sensation, very smooth and like creamy and dusty. It is absolutely beautiful, and I totally recommend this as a signature fragrance, especially if you're like a Parisian chic type of style girl. This is your signature fragrance, but keep in mind you do have to like fig because it's definitely present in the fragrance. And also, guys, longevity and projection on Parisian Musc is really good. I get about 8 hours of really good wear with a nice minimal projection. And I remember when I was spraying it on my coat in Paris, I could smell it on my coat for like days and days and days after wearing, so it definitely latches on. And it's just a fantastic fragrance overall. So Parisian Musc from Matiere, signature scent worthy, 100%. Probably the most viral fragrance in the list at the moment, we have Musc Noir Rose from Narciso Rodriguez. This fragrance, she is having a moment online. Especially on TikTok, I see a lot of people talking about Musc Noir Rose, and for good reason. The fragrance is absolutely beautiful. I have loved it since the second that I smelled it. This was not a grow to love fragrance, or I needed to wear it several times. It was an instant love for me, and I still love it to this day. You guys can see Musc Noir Rose is this beautiful sweet, airy, tuberose, rose fragrance with a lot of musk. It's just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, for me, this fragrance is for the woman who wants to have quite a sexy signature scent. This fragrance for me is undeniably sensual and very, very sexy at the same time. It's undeniable. When I smell this, I don't think it smells professional or very clean or very elegant. For me, this is a very sexy, flirtatious, sensual fragrance for a woman. So if that is your thing, this fragrance could be the perfect signature scent for you. And honestly, guys, this works in any season and any occasion. If you don't know, I live in Dubai, so it's hot pretty much all year round, except for right now, actually, it's quite cold outside. But usually it's very warm, and this fragrance, Musc Noir Rose, works in any weather. Like, it can be really, really hot or really, really cold. It works. It also works in any occasion. I've worn this to take my dogs for a walk, but I've also worn it out for a date night with Pierre. I've worn it any time. I feel like it really fits any season, any occasion. Longevity and projection is not bad. It's not great as well. I would say you get about 6 to 8 hours, give or take, with a nice minimal projection. Absolutely love it. Musc Noir Rose from Narciso Rodriguez. A beautiful, sweet, airy, transparent, tuberose, vanilla, musky fragrance. It is just gorgeous, and it really would make a beautiful signature scent for a woman who wants to smell a little more sexy on the daily. So next up, I'm not even sure if this fragrance, I'm sure it's still available actually, I shouldn't say that. It is Jasmins Marzipane from Lancome. Now, this fragrance is by Kurkdjian, which I'm sure a lot of you guys know his name. He is a master perfumer, and I think that this fragrance, I'm not gonna say it's one of his best, but it is just spectacular. Like, honestly guys, this fragrance is spectacular. Oh my goodness. You guys, this fragrance is wedding day potential. Let me just say that much. If you guys have never smelled this fragrance, and let's say you have a wedding coming up, try Jasmin's Marzipane, because you might actually find that this could be your wedding day scent because it's so stunning. If you don't know this fragrance, it is a beautiful, crisp, clean, slightly soapy jasmine fragrance. The jasmine is not indolic or dirty or, I don't know, too headache inducing. This is very clean, very crisp. I use the word crisp because when I smell it, it just like makes me like uplifted or something. It's crazy. There is a slight soapiness and a touch of a sweetness underneath, but that's really what I get from the fragrance. I think there is some almond in here or some vanilla, but I don't get a gourmand jasmine. I get a very clean, crisp, and quite bright and green jasmine scent, and it is beautiful, you guys. Effortlessly stunning, signature scent worthy, wedding day worthy, everything. It is absolutely beautiful. Longevity and projection on this one, wow, it is a long-lasting fragrance. It lasts about 8 hours on my skin with a nice minimal projection. Fantastic. I love it so much. If you guys have never heard of it or never tried it, please do, especially if you're a white floral fan and you wanted something that works all year, all occasions, etc. Try Jasmin's Marzipane. It is a 10 out of 10. Next up, we have a signature scent for all of my sweet girlies. We have Dama Bianca from Casamorati Xerjoff. So Dama Bianca, this is for any of you that want a little bit more of a cocooning signature scent with a bit of sweetness. Dama Bianca is gonna be for you. Oh my God, you guys, whenever I smell this fragrance, I have a memory that instantly comes to my mind. I remember speaking with one of you guys about the fact that this fragrance is slightly reminiscent of Kenzo flower. And for me, I really feel there is a resemblance there. They're definitely not dupes for each other. They're not super similar, but there is something that brings them two together. And if you don't know this, my mum, her signature scent when I was younger was Kenzo flower. And I remember so many times hugging her, especially in times where I was upset or stressed or something, and I would give her a hug, and the scent of Kenzo flower just brought me so much comfort. And that's why whenever I smell Dama Bianca or Kenzo flower, I just feel this instant sense of like happiness, inner peace, comfort, something like that. So anyways, that's a small anecdote, but I love Dama Bianca. It is absolutely stunning, you guys. So if you don't know how it smells, this is a sweet, musky, slightly powdery, just beautiful fragrance. I think there's some citrus in the top, some kumquat. There is some amberette. It's musky, it's powdery, it's vanilla. There's some iris, I think, in there as well. But it is just magnificent. This is a very soft, powdery, musky vanilla fragrance with some brightness in there. And is it gorgeous? You guys, if you're a fan of sweeter fragrances and you want like a sweeter signature scent, try Dama Bianca. You will not regret it. Longevity projection is amazing, as per for Xerjoff, Casamorati. They always last a long time. I get about 8 hours of really good wear with a nice minimal projection, and she definitely hangs on for dear life. Like on my clothes, once I've worn Dama Bianca, I can smell it on there for days and days and days. I actually love to wear this fragrance when I'm going to bed. I guess for the same reason that I was telling you guys earlier, it brings me some sort of comfort, and I just love it so much. A fantastic signature scent, Dama Bianca from Casamorati. Okay guys, you knew this one was gonna be here. Let's roll with it. It is Vibrato from Sospiro. This is the best fresh fragrance, hands down, period. Fight me. I'm just kidding, but for me, personally, this is my favorite fresh fragrance in the entire world, and really like the best. I don't even know how to describe Vibrato. It is just incredible. This fragrance is mind-blowing as a fresh fragrance can be. It's Vibrato right here. This is just wow. Actually guys, Vibrato was the only fragrance that I completely... What is going on with my hair right now? Vibrato was the only fragrance that I finished in 2022. Keep in mind, I owned it for like 4 months and I finished the whole entire bottle. So that's gonna tell you guys how much I was wearing that motherfucker. Like I was wearing it every single day. Now, Vibrato, as you guys know, I go on and on about this scent. I apologize, but you just really need to get on it, especially if you're looking for a nice, fresh, citrusy, zesty, patchouli, just incredible fresh fragrance. You have to try Vibrato. Like I told you guys, I don't even know how to describe it exactly because it's fresh. It has a lot of citruses in there, but it also has something a little bit sweet. There is some florals in there. I definitely feel this kind of patchouli, herbaceous kind of quality, a bit of a powderiness and a nice woodiness underneath, but it's blended so beautifully. Like it's probably one of the only fragrances when I smell it, I'm really struggling to like pick out what I'm smelling exactly, and it's just magnificent. I don't want to break it down and make it so complicated. It's just an incredible fresh fragrance, you guys, that you all need to try. This is really signature scent worthy for somebody that does want a fresh scent. As far as a fresh fragrance goes, this is extremely long lasting, extremely potent. It lasts from me about 8 hours on my skin with a really good projection. And guys, when I talk about compliments, I don't need to hype it up anymore, but the compliments on this fragrance are really insane. I don't remember the last time I was complimented so frequently on a scent other than Vibrato. So just an amazing fragrance. I love it so much, and I think it would make a fantastic signature. It actually has been my most recent signature scent, hence why I finished my bottle. I was wearing it in Corsica last summer, in Australia just now. I've been wearing it all the time. When I want something fresh, it's the only fragrance that I want to reach for, and I just love it. Another one that is going to be for my sweet girlies, we have Gentle Fluidity Gold from MFK. Now, while this fragrance is sweet, I do think you can pull it off as a signature scent. I personally have worn this fragrance in the heat in Dubai, and it doesn't bother me too much because I feel like it never goes tooth-achingly sweet, this very caramelized candy sweetness. I don't feel like it does that. So for me, this could be an amazing signature scent on a woman. It's really good. I have to be honest with you guys though, for me, Gentle Fluidity Gold, like it reminds me of this same DNA that I've smelled so many times. It's really good. Like when I smell it, it really is a fantastic fragrance and I do love it. And I do wear it from time to time, like you guys can see from my bottle. I just find the DNA to be not the most unique. Like it kind of reminds me of like Roses Vanille from Mansera, Kayali Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper, Montal Intense Cafe. It kind of has that same sort of vibe overall. But if we're talking about refinement, it's definitely the most refined out of all of those fragrances with a similar DNA. Gentle Fluidity Gold is sweet, woody, musky. It's really, really good, guys. Like it really is a fantastic scent. It has a nice creamy sweetness. Like the sweetness, like I said, guys, is not this candy caramelized sweetness. It's quite a refined and expensive smelling sweetness, like a bit like a Tonkerish vibe. Sweet, woody, and musky. It really is good, and I do see this being a signature scent worthy fragrance for the woman who wants something a little more sweet and delectable day to day. So Gentle Fluidity Gold, a really good fragrance. Longevity projection is about 6 to 8 hours with a nice minimal projection. It's not baccarat by any means, but it is really, really good. So definitely check this one out if you wanted a sweeter signature scent. I think this would work fantastically. Okay guys, we're gonna talk about a fragrance that I have never spoken about, and the reason for that is because this fragrance sits in my bedroom and I like to wear it either before bed or after a shower, and it is called Mirabilis. Mirabilis? Mirabilis. Mirabilis? Mirabilis. Anyway, this fragrance is from L'artisan Parfumeur, and guys, this fragrance is very complex, very strange, but in the best way possible. Now, when we're talking about like Parisian chic fragrances, very sexy, very chic, very unassuming, this is the ultimate one. If I can recommend you guys a fragrance that is kind of edgy, unassuming, but very, very sexy at the same time, it is this fragrance right here. Now, let me tell you, wow. Okay, guys, this fragrance is a musk fragrance, like very, very, very musky. So you definitely have to like your musky sort of scents. It's very woody and it has this beautiful sweetness going on. It is incredible. Like the quality is really, really good of this fragrance. It's just amazing. Like, I really want you guys to try this fragrance because it is extremely addictive. I haven't worn it for like a few weeks, and spraying it right now, I cannot stop smelling it. Like it's the sort of fragrance that you spray it, or you spray it on your skin, and you just want to kind of keep on coming back to, you know, see if you can reveal any other notes, any other scents. Like it's very, very unique. It is a very musky scent, very, very musky. There is something in the very back of this fragrance that has something, a touch like animalic, but in the best way possible, you guys. I would never recommend you a signature scent that smells like a barnyard, that smells like a cow poo. Like I really don't want to smell like that, and I don't want you guys to smell like that. It is musky in a very sexy way. Like this is sexy and sensual and skin-like. It could almost be a second skin for a very kinky woman. Like it really is fantastic. Musky, slightly sweet, and very woody, but in the best way. And it has this like, yeah, very amberette-ish sort of muskiness. Oh my god, that's good. So Mirabilis, I don't know why I'm struggling to say that. Mirabilis from L'Artisan Parfumeur. Amazing scent. I don't know why I haven't spoken about it more often, because this one is a fantastic fragrance, especially if you like musk and you want something a little bit sensual for day to day. Okay guys, you're gonna hate me, but I'm not gonna put both of them in the list. Should I? Let's go with Valaya. Okay, let's go with Valaya. Valaya from Parfums de Marly is causing a big stir online right now, which I love to see that. But despite anything that's being said about it, I do think it could make a stunning signature fragrance. The other one that I had here is Athalia, which is totally overlooked from Parfums de Marly, and it would also make an incredible signature. Valaya. She's causing a bit of a stir online at the moment. A lot of people are excited to try it, to smell it, to buy it, and I understand why. Although I don't think that this fragrance is a groundbreaking DNA, something that's never been done in the world, I do really enjoy it. And it's the sort of fragrance that I can see myself pulling for really often when I want something easy. Because this is an easy fragrance. It's not complicated, it's not dark or mysterious or complex or very niche. It's very likable, very appealing, and easy. And you know, as much as I love niche fragrances, I love to discover fragrances. I love to smell things that are very weird and complex, and I love that. I do often wear fragrances that are very, very simple like this. Yeah, it's really good. It starts with a bright citrusy feeling, like you have bergamot and mandarin, I think. And then when it starts to settle down, myself, I feel some similarities to like Deja Vu from Kayali. They're not the same fragrance, so don't think that they're exactly the same, but I feel like the dry down is quite similar to Deja Vu. You have this very like creamy, like a musky, sweet, whipped creamy white floral, and it is beautiful. Although it dries down to like this creamy, musky white floral, you still feel that there is a freshness overall going on in the scent, which is what I love about it, and I mentioned that in my review. For me, longevity and projection is about 6 hours with a nice projection. It does project, people can smell you, but I feel like what was that? What was that? I'm sorry. I do feel like it does project, but the longevity, I would say Mia gets 6 hours. It's not a beast mode fragrance. It's not a Delina. It doesn't last that long on the skin, but it does last a decent amount of time. So yeah, for me, I really love it. I can see myself wearing this one a lot. Like I said, when I want something easy and neutral and just like pretty fragrance, you know. So Valaya from Parfums de Marly, I can see this being a beautiful signature scent that works all year round in any occasion. That is my final pick. So that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know, have you guys tried any of the fragrances that I recommended? And also if you have any signature scent recommendations from me, because I don't know, maybe I do kind of want to adopt a signature scent this year. Right now it's Vibrato, like I literally cannot stop wearing it, or Musc Therapy. They kind of like alternate. Sometimes I mix them together, which is also a nice combination. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any signature scent recommendations and I will have a look into them. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you very, very soon. Thank you guys, bye.